Hello, welcome to Cracking the Cryptic. Now, we don't often talk about the higher echelons of Patreon, but you see going by you a list of the people in the higher echelons of our Patreon contributors, and thank you so much to them. We don't often mention these, but if you are there are levels above the $2 a month level, which allows you to see all of the Sudoku hunts and the connections videos, Simon and me solving crosswords. There's a $3 a month level where you get to see the solution videos from last month's hunt, and those are up for October already, so you can check those. But then there are $5, $10 levels as well, and even a few higher levels. And we put up the names of people who are very generously contributing $20 or more a month. Right up at the $75 a month level, there is a benefit of us playing a puzzle that you choose. And we are delighted that Lauren has asked us to play this puzzle by her best friend Hazel, who is quite a beginner at solving Sudoku, apparently, or no, maybe a beginner at setting it. But Lauren thinks this puzzle's good and that we should have a go at it. So I'm going to do that on the channel. And thank you for your generosity, Lauren. A very happy birthday to Hazel, whose birthday it is today. Absolutely delighted to make the acquaintance of you both. And this picture on the screen, I deduce from the title, Visible Inclusions, that this is a diamond in one of its little stands that you get for the really, really big jewels. I had thought it might be Captain Barnacles from the Octonauts, but that just shows how childish I am. Anyway, I am going to be attempting this puzzle in a minute. So I've told you quite a bit about Patreon and what goes on there. So let's just quickly mention that we also have apps which feature Line Sudoku and Domino Sudoku and Fog of War and the Worms. Do check those out. But there's also a link to SVEN'S SUDOKU PAD under the video, but Patreon is where a lot of our stuff happens. And yeah, thank you so much to Lauren for finding her way to those higher tiers and joining one of them. That's fantastic. Now, so this puzzle by Hazel. Hazel's name is M1N3, it looks like. I don't know if there's meant to be a way of pronouncing that, but the puzzle is called Visible Inclusions, and there's even a picture of a diamond in the title of the puzzle. So I'm going to go through the rules now and we'll see what they are. Normal Sudoku rules apply. 1 to 9 in every row, column, and 3 by 3 box. There are killer cages and digits in cages sum to the number shown. The blue line is a region sum line, and box borders divide it into segments which have the same sum. So those two will add up to the same as those three, as those three, as those three, as those two, and as those three. Pardon my hiccup. The orange line is Dutch Whisper, and consecutive digits along it differ by at least 4. We've got a bit more to go. We've got some thermos, which must increase from the bulb end towards each tip. We've got blue circles. Oh, hang on. Cells with this. So rely on the shape, not the colour. So the cells with the orange squares contain even digits. The cells with the blue circles contain odd digits. That could confuse me a little bit because we normally use orange for odd and blue for even, but we are familiar with circles for odd and squares for even. So hopefully I'll be okay. And then finally, black Kropke dots. Digits in cells joined by a black dot must have a ratio of 2 to 1. One is double the other. Give it a try on that first link under the video, and do leave a message on the video congratulating Hazel for her birthday and liking the puzzle if you can and if it's worthy. We'll find out now. Let's get cracking. So, there's a few clues here. One is that this segment of the line is 2 circles, and they're both odd. So 2 odd digits add together to give an even digit. Oh, actually, there's more. Right, and therefore the n, the kind of number that the line adds up to in each segment, is even. And if those two are odd, that's an even total, plus that cell, that must be even. Oh gosh, it's going to be quite difficult to mark this in my normal colours. Okay, I'm going to mark it. Oh god, it's going to confuse me so much. I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to cover the light blues with orange and the orange squares with blue. And now I can use my normal colour scheme. Right, now there's quite a lot of odd and even stuff going on. So I had just calculated that that must be even. This pair is on a black dot and adds up to 6. That's very clearly a 2-4 pair. This digit is odd because it's in a 12 cage with another odd digit. This digit is even because the black dot says that that must be double the odd digit, which is 1 or 3. Now this digit is even because odd plus even must equal 15. You can't have odd plus odd achieve that. Now, what does the line add up to? I don't know the answer yet, but here it's at least 2, 4 and 6 because these are all different even digits in the same box. So it's an absolute minimum of 12. And here it's a maximum of 12 once that digit is 1 or 3 because of the black dot. So there we go, n equals 12, and we can now fill in a 3 there and a 9 here. This digit on the black dot is a 6. If we add up this segment to be 12, that one has to be a 6. Now we move on to the orange line. Because 6 only has 2 possible neighbours in orange, 1 or 2. I'm not going to trot out my facts about Dutch whisper lines, partly because I don't think they're necessary yet, and partly because they're not really definitive. They're useful, but not incredibly powerful. Now, could this be any even digit other than 8? Oh no, okay, I was studying the thermo and working out that maybe this could go 4, 3, 2, 1. That's irrelevant because the 15 cage now can't have a 6 in it. So it must be an 8, 7 pair. And now 7 doesn't have all that many possible neighbours in orange. 1, 2 and 3, I think. And now, along the thermo this time, it's a bit restricted. Maybe that's not the place to look next. This cage can't have a 9 in it. And it can't be 8, 4 because it's 2 odd digits. So it must be 5, 7. This sum of 12 on the region sum line also has to be a 5, 7 pair. I didn't talk about inclusions generally. I think the black dots are inclusions in the diamond, aren't they? Or maybe the thermo lines are. Do inclusions ever make a stone more valuable, or do they always make a diamond less valuable? I just don't know. Anyway, let's have a look at this line. This has to add up to 12. It's already got 7. These two add up to 5. And they don't have a 3 in. So they're 1 and 4. That 4 looks across and sorts out 2 and 4. I could actually colour those. Probably not going to do much more colouring because it doesn't really benefit apart from adding up the line. Now these two either add up to 5 or 7. And they must use digits from 1, 2, 3, 4. So if it's 5, there's 2 ways of doing it. If it's 7, it's a 3, 4 pair. Yeah, I don't know the answer. Right. This is another marked odd digit. And this bit of the line obviously adds up to 12 as well. Now, I don't know. This is interesting. It doesn't have an 8 in, and it doesn't have a 4 in either because of those two. So it's either a 3, 6 pair or it's a 1, 2 pair in a specific order, which is impossible. Why is 1 impossible here? Because of the thermo it's on. So, sorry, I'm having trouble hitting the right keys. That is now a 3, 6 pair. That digit's not 3. This means that is less than 6, and this is more than 3, and it's more than 4. And the only digits we have left to put on the higher end of this thermo, we can't use 3, 6, 8. They're already done in the box, and we can't use 2 and 4. But we've got to go above 3, so we've only got 5, 7, and 9 to choose from there. Now, where are we now? We need a 4 in one of those cells, so I corner mark them to show that. I'm going to have to think about these Dutch whispers in a moment. This digit sees a 2 and a 4, and it's even. So that is 6 or 8. This must now be low, potentially as big as 4, but low. And this cell, well, it can't be 5, because 5 can only touch 1 and 9, and this touches these 3, which are all different. So I think it must be more than 5. It must be a high digit. I'm going to say 6 at a minimum, and even that doesn't work, because these would all have to be selected from 1, 2, and there's too many of them. So 7, 8, or 9 there. This is now low. I suppose it could be 5 if that was 9 and this was 1, but that wouldn't work with this cell. So as we come from that 1, 2, 3 to this, we go up to at least 5. It can't be 6 any more than it can be 8. And now this cell is clearly low because of that. It can't be 5 because of this. No, it can't be 5 because although either of those could be a 9, you can't have both of them be a 9. So this is 1, 2, 3, or 4, but it's odd. It's marked as odd, so it's 1 or 3. These, I feel like they're low. They can't be 8 or 6 because both 8 and 6 would be too close to these potential numbers in row 8, column 6. So that is a 2, 4 pair. That digit is now not 2. I'm not going to mark this up. It's high. I am going to mark it up. 7, 8, or 9. It can't be 5 because that's too close, and it can't be 6 because that's already appeared in the column. So, we're going along okay. I haven't ruled out that being a 5 connecting to 2 1s. I think that's possible. Maybe this thermo is interesting. Where does 8 go in the column? That's a neat question because it can't go on the same thermo as another 8. So it must go up there. 8, 9. So these are selected from 1, 3, 5, 6. That one can't be a 3, so it must be a 1. Then we've got 3 or 5, 5 or 6. Now that's quite interesting. These fatuous comment. I was going to say, I was going to make a very interesting point if I hadn't noticed that this was actually forced now. What I would have said was, since these can't both be 5, either that's 3 or that's 6, and whichever of those is true, and it might be both, we know which way round this black dot goes, which is very neat, but we don't actually need that level of complication because with that 1 there, this digit's a 3, that's 5, and that's 6. That fixes 3 and 6. Now, once that's 6, we can complete the thermo that's been treated as an inclusion here. 6, 7, 9. That's now a 1, 4 pair, and we can only put 1 on a thermo if it's on the bulb. So this digit is 4. And then we've got a 2, 5 pair left in the box. And now box 5 has almost fallen to us. Now, that 1 means this is a 3. Both of those 3s mean this can't be 5, but it could still be 7. This digit is less than 4, and it's not 1 or 3, so that's a 2. This is not 4, it's higher, and it's not 5 or 6. Easy peasy. That's 7, 8, 9. That sorts out the 5, 7 pairs. This digit sees 1, 2, and 3 in the column, so that's 4, and this one in the middle of the grid is 5. Now, this line has to add to 12, so that's a 1. This digit seems to be a naked single now. It sees 5, 7, 4, 1, 9, 6 in the row, 3 and 8 in the box. The only other Sudoku digit left is a 2. And we're cooking with gas at this point. Right. 6, 8 and 9 still to place in the central column. These two have to add up to 9 because of the blue line adding up to 12 in every segment. So they add up to 9 without using a 2 or a 3. It's either a 1-8 pair, but what would you put in that cell which already sees 8 and 1? So it's a 4-5 pair. That must be the 4, this must be the 5. The 2 there has forced this cell to be a 1. We need 2, 3 and 4 in this column. That one is not a 3, so 2, 3 and 4. We need a 1 in box 8 and a 6, and we can place those. Now we know where 8 goes because it's ruled out of those cells. So this is an 8, and that's not limiting these on the orange line at all. That one might, but the 8 doesn't. Oh no, in fact that one won't, because now I can see that that 6 makes it an 8 in blue. I'm now going to get rid of all the colour in the grid because it's fully served its purpose, and that's what I do when I can. Now, that can't be a 3, so 3 is placed in column 3, and it's down here at the bottom. That is 7 or 9 to complete the box. This is a 2-5 pair, looking at the columns now. This is an 8-9 pair, and we do know which way round they go. And then this is a 3-6 pair, and those are resolved as well, thanks to this 3. Now we've got a 1 and a 3 to put in row 4, 8 and 9 to put in row 5. That hasn't been resolved yet. This is not 8 by Sudoku, and now we've got a 7-9 pair in the bottom row. So the other digits in the bottom row are 2, 4 or 5. This one can't be a 2. Oh, it also can't be a 4 because of that pair. So this sees the 7-9 pair in its row, the 2-4 pair in its box, and also 8-3-1-6. That must be a 5. And then this is 2 or 4 to complete the row. That 5, we can place 5 in the top box. That sorts out 2 and 5. This digit at the top becomes a 4. This one at the bottom becomes a 2. We get a 4 in a corner. 2 and 4 are done there. Now, this 4 is absolutely powerful on the orange line. It's got to be, it can't touch 7 because that's too close. So both of those surrounding it are 9s. That's a 7. 5, 6, 7, 9 still to fill in there. 1, 6, 7, 8 here. Right. 1 can only go there according to the ones in the rows and columns. 6 must be there. 8 must be there. 7 must be there. Now we've got a 5-6 pair and a 7-9 pair which are resolved by this 7. The 8 has sorted out our 3-8 pair near the top. I can place 2 in box 1. This corner must be a 6. And here we go. This is coming out very nicely. That 8 has resolved the 8-9 in the central row finally as well. This is a 9. This one is a 2. This 5-6 pair is all good. And then we've got 3 and 5 to finish the puzzle. And there we go. It's a nice puzzle. It's not too hard. That is quite approachable and very enjoyable. Lovely diamond shape in the puzzle. A gem of a puzzle, one might say. And I say again, a very happy birthday to Hazel, and thank you so much to Lauren for becoming a $75 a month member of our Patreon. That's incredibly generous. So many people are so generous with this channel, including on the super chats on our Monday night streams of the blueprints. I hope you had a chance to see that. Actually, I should have made some comment about this blue diamond being a bit like the blue crown we found in the blueprints house. But do catch up on the VODs if you're interested in watching us stream that rather strange and head-wrecking game. It's great fun, but I don't think we're very competent. Anyway, one person who is competent is Hazel, and that's a good puzzle. So we hope to see more from M1N3. And we will see you guys again all tomorrow, I hope. Do come back and join us for some more variant Sudoku. Absolute pleasure to have your company. And bye for now.